What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Thor Media podcast. I'm your host, Safi Design Simple, and today I have something special for you all. So pretty much today we are going to be doing a review on this ceramic foam sealant from Detail Co. Now this is their new product. This is my third time using it. I used it once on an unprotected vehicle, second time on a protected vehicle, and the third time is going to be on my car because I think I found the best way to use this product and what works for me and why I would probably use this as well. So first off, what you want to do is what you'll see on the overhead is obviously, do your wash your vehicle the way you would do normally. Foam it on if you're going to use a foam cannon, and obviously you want to use a foam cannon with this, or I think you can use it with a foamer in a true 1:10 dilution ratio. But in either way, use it as is. But yeah, so that is what you're gonna do. You're gonna wash your vehicle and then you're gonna rinse it off, and now you're ready to apply ceramic foam sealant. Now this is the best way to get a hybrid type of, it's not crazy type beads and it's not just sheeting, so you get the best of both worlds. So that's what you're gonna get. And as you can see on the overhead, when I was washing my vehicle, once I'm done rinsing off, my vehicle is over a year in. It's a year and 2 months in, so 14 months of having a C6 diamond on my vehicle, and as you can see, it is still beating like day one. And in any case, let's move on to how I like to use this stuff. So first off, I only like to use 8 ounces of water for this. All you need is 8 ounces of water. So you're gonna use 8 ounces of water for a 1:10 dilution ratio. Make sure your foam cannon is clean. I did rinse this out. I did use just a regular pH neutral soap on my thing. I don't have a measuring. I forgot where I put my little measuring cup. But for a 1:10 dilution ratio for 8 ounces of water, all you need is really like 1 ounce and like 1.25 ounces of product. So I'm just gonna do a little glug glug, just like that. Keep it going, and we are ready to just pretty much foam. So hopefully that's 1 ounce. And because typically I measure it, but I don't have another pro blend. But this is more than enough to literally just put on your vehicle, let it dwell, and then rinse off. So all you need is that much, because if you use, say, 16 ounces of water, then you're gonna have about 8 ounces left. So typically this is more than enough to get things going. And yeah, so that is how I like to do things, and that's what I found really works best for me in my scenario. And the best areas that I really like to spray it on a little bit heavier or more of is on the front grills. That's where you get all your bug guts and all that stuff. It gives an extra layer of protection on your coating, right? I do have the vehicle coated, and especially on the front, but the front grill is where you get most of those bug guts, and that is the best way to add some protection in those honeycomb areas and stuff like that if you don't want to use a spray, spray and rinse formula in terms of a regular sprayer. So yeah, so let's get started on foaming, and you will see on how easy it is just to get this going. So I got that going on right there. And if you are going to use a foam cannon, it's best to rinse it off right after. Just clean it up, or just fill just a little bit of water and rinse off any sort of protection that's inside the foam cannon. But yeah, so here it is. On the foam, uncut, so you all can see. So as you can see, you saw how much I put in there. This is just 1.25 ounces of product. It is very cost efficient, and if you do it this way, trust me, you'll be just fine. You're gonna foam down a little bit. Pretty much out of product. It was just enough to go around the vehicle. I did spray a little bit more heavy on the, like I said, on the front grill side. And I do got a little bit more in here. And there it is. So, as I said, 8 to 10 ounces of water is more than enough. If you're doing a sedan, see there's nothing else left, just that little bit of foam. Hopefully you can see it. But yeah, so if you're doing a sedan vehicle, 8 ounces is more than enough. If you're doing a truck, probably 10 to 12 ounces of water, maybe, unless if you're doing a big truck. But you don't need much. You don't need to sit there and spray, because what's going to happen is you're going to rinse it off, and it's just going to easily just spread onto the other parts of the vehicle. So let it dwell. Get nice beading, nice sheeting properties. So it's spruced up the protection, and it does have some gloss enhancers, which is awesome. And that's pretty much it. It is simple as that. I'm gonna rinse everything down and see you all on the outro, just to keep this video pretty short. Everyone, so hopefully you all enjoyed this video. Now I apologize for the first half of the video. For some reason it didn't record, and I didn't want to re-record everything, so I like to keep it raw and uncut. And you pretty much heard everything of what I said there, and now I am just going to pretty much just tell you all why I think this product is great overall. And I'm not just saying it's great because it's a detail coat product. I'm just saying it's just a great product overall for a lot of people, whether you have a wax vehicle, an uncoated vehicle, or a coated vehicle. It doesn't really matter. It just works in all aspects, and I will tell you why it shines in certain areas. So first off is cost, right? It is very cost efficient. You get up to 12 weeks of protection. Again, 12 weeks of protection. So in terms of cost, my best method of what I showed was, hey, just get 8 ounces of water, right? And 8 ounces was more than enough. 8 to 10 ounces of water. Put 1.25 ounces of product into your foam cannon, and you're able to do your whole car. Now, if you have a sedan, you can definitely get away with 8 ounces, a sedan or smaller. 8 ounces is more than enough to go around the car once, and that's it. That way you're not leaving product inside your foam cannon whatsoever. You're using what you need to be used. And again, it is 12 weeks of protection, so up to 12 weeks of protection. So if you're gonna do this every month, if you really want to, you know, foam it on and rinse it off every month, with 1.2 ounces for 16 ounces of product, you have close to 12 to 14 months of use with this product, which is, again, in terms of value, it is an amazing value. Second thing why I like it, has some gloss enhancing properties, which is just, it just looks glossy, and it does have some slickness as well. So when you're doing the dry off, it feels super slick under the towel. So it kind of acts like a double whammy. It has a very nice gloss and obviously slickness, so that way you're not dragging your towel. That is the second aspect that I truly enjoy. Third, where it'll probably shine the most, is the way I'm doing it, right? I like to apply some sort of protection, especially on the grills and stuff where the bug guts are, just to add an extra layer of sacrificial protection on the front grille. And that is something that you should do for your coated vehicles. And that's because the front grille is very intricate areas. It's not like I'm deconning in there with you know, with a clay towel, the honeycomb grills. That is the best way where you can spray it on to make your cleaning easier as well. Fourth thing where this shines is, in a way, it's a lot safer than pretty much more spray and rinse products. A lot of spray and rinse products, if you use it in either in direct sunlight or just let it dwell too long inside just your regular garage, sometimes you get those little streaks and stuff, and now you got to come back with a detail spray and a towel and just make sure you buff that off, which this, I didn't get any issues. Now, in terms of where it shines as well, for pretty much why I said it works for everybody, is if you have a coated vehicle, it adds a sacrificial layer of protection. If you don't have a coated vehicle, you're not going to get those hyper tight beads, because this is a hybrid. It's fast sheeting and fast beading. So you're gonna get the best of both worlds. So you're not gonna get the crazy tight beads like my vehicle is, because it is ceramic coated already. And it just pretty much just enhanced the beading properties. That is what it did, and obviously added gloss because of its protection. So that is it. I mean, overall, I just think it's overall just a great product to use. And as I said, 1.2 ounces or 1.1 ounce to 8 ounces of water was more than enough to foam on my vehicle, and the results speak for themselves. So hopefully you all enjoyed this video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let me know what you think and where you think this will shine in your arsenal. So I'll see you all on the next one. Peace.